On Zoom पे कोई नहीं join करता.
हाँ, okay.
We are live now. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining today, Saturday morning. Today, we have an expert speaker and a unique topic again, and which I think everyone is eager to, and everyone has a lot of questions which they message on LinkedIn also, and a lot of same chat also, or Telegram channel also. That how do they start their career into cybersecurity? What is the starting stages, and how do they build? How do you build your career in cybersecurity? And to answer all your questions, we have here today and one of my mentors. So thank you very much, Geeta ma'am, for joining us today on Saturday morning. And really thank you for accepting our invitation. So I'll introduce Geeta ma'am. So before doing formal introduction of Geeta ma'am, let me tell you, and I'm proud to tell that she is my mentor. I've done a lot of certifications from her, and I've learned a lot of things from her. So I've done my ECSA, CHFI, CTIA, and recently we did cloud security also, CCSE. So a lot of things which I keep learning from her rather than certifications also. So thank you very much, Geeta ma'am, for taking out timing and joining here. So I'll just now introduce basically Geeta ma'am normally. So she has been into this industry, teaching and technology industry for now more than 33 years of experience. And she has become one of the best and widely respected cybersecurity trainers in the world. Her passions to learn more and more and impact and impart the knowledge has won her a lot basically. And she her formal education is basically BS Bachelor of Science in Physics from Mumbai University. She has also completed her advanced diploma in software from NIT Mumbai. She is a certified EC Council instructor, certified CASP instructor, and Microsoft certified trainer. Talking about her security certification, there's a huge list like CEH, CASP 613, ECSA, LPT, CHFI, CND, CCSE, CTIA, ESCP.NET, ECIH, ENSA, Case.NET, Case.java, CompTIA Security Plus. Then there are a lot of Microsoft certifications also, just like MCP, MCSA, MCSE, MCTS, and also talking about management level security certifications is ISO 27001 lead auditor certification. And there are a lot of things basically which she does. So rather than Quick, she is also handling Mitigators as a company which is again a VAPT company. So it is not only about teaching or training, it is also about implementing that knowledge which she has learned and guiding people through these mitigators and getting the work done. Also, she has recently opened a recruitment company into security. So a lot of placements she is doing and helping the world to get more and more cyber safe. And she has trained not only college students, or we can say just undergraduates or graduates, but also a lot of companies, CISOs and CIOs are her students. So thank you very much, Geeta ma'am. Please add if I have missed anything. So thank you very much, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nikhil, for giving me this opportunity. And let me first thanks to your CSI, who has taken a really good initiative to educate everybody and create more awareness about cyber security, which is lacking, and it's a huge gap in our globally, you can say. Okay, so Nikhil has already given my huge introduction, so I will not take your much time, and I will start with my presentation here. And I'm going to stop my video as of now, and I'll share my screen. I hope you're able to see my screen here. So as you can
yes,
see,
your screen is visible.
Yeah, thank you. So as you can see, I am myself Geeta Singh, and I am representing my company, as well as I'm very happy and proud to say that Nikhil is one of my students who has really progressed very well and doing a lot of things you might be aware of, because he is taking out a lot of series and continuously, giving awareness to everybody in cybersecurity. So here we are. I mean, as a quick, we started in 2009, and year and year we are growing with a lot of other things also, and we are getting a lot of awards from EC Councils. EC Council is an organization in US, and their certifications are highly recommended and highly having a lot of weightage in an industry, and everybody is accepted in the government sector as well as in the private sector. And today also it is in a high demand. To get inside the industry of cybersecurity, the first certification everybody recommend is CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker. So I will come to that and I'll let you know what is all about and what is the track, what is the path and everything, because today's agenda is to tell you about the career in cybersecurity. So you can see the huge list, the awards which we have already gained as in best instructor as well as in best institute in the South Asia. So we have already received Circle of Excellence as well as the Instructor of the Year, years and years. And I have already conducted some training in government sector as well, including CBI Academy, CERT India, Maharashtra Police, NIC, RGMI Pune, SIS Nerul, DY Patil. So few colleges where I have given the seminar. So there's a huge list. So, it's very difficult to give you the huge list and everything, whatever I have done in my life about 33 years, as Nikhil has already mentioned you. So let us come to the cyber attacks. So what is a cyber attack? So any hacker who is trying to get inside another computer illegally, not legally, illegally, so that is what is a cyber attack. Now everybody is having that threat globally, all over, not only in India, globally I'm talking about. Everybody is having this pain area that they are getting continuously attacked, and in spite of giving a security a lot in an organization, they are facing this problem. Because hackers are very smart, they are going on creating all the zero-day attacks and trying to bypass everything and get inside the company to steal the data. So what is a zero-day attack? Zero-day attack is an attack like, suppose I am creating my own virus or any malware which has not got any signature, and it cannot be stopped by any antivirus or any firewall or anything you are giving in security. So if the signatures are not available and an attack happens, then that is a big threat. Nowadays everybody is going ahead with an APT also, like that is again a pain area where the organization is facing a lot of problem because of the APT. APT is an advanced persistent threat. So are we safe? Today when we talk about the information, we talk about data, we have servers, we have domains hosted on the web servers, we are using mobile PCs, any instrument which is connected to the internet. Are we safe with that? No, we are not safe, because this is again the fact which we are facing. We are using the devices, we are using the appliances, we are using the technology, but we have to take care of the security as well. So here comes our cyber security, which is very much essential. And if you see a lot of attacks which are happened in the past, like cyber criminals, they are targeting the work from home. So this thing was possible for everybody because of the lockdown. Now in the lockdown, everybody was, that was unexpected, and everybody was given the work from home option, because there was no option to come to the office, and the security was not planned at all. So that was again a problem for everyone, that how do you think about the security? It is an operational, you have to make your work operational, rather than thinking about security, right? So this also gave an hacker a good opportunity in the lockdown to sit and do a lot of malicious things, and the stealing and everything they started with. Now, hackers released a new tool also to unlock any iPhone. So again, when you are doing a jailbreaking and all, you might be aware of little bit about this iPhone as well. So everybody, everybody mostly they are, when they are using an iPhone, it is they feel that they are secured. Mostly they feel they are secured. But is it a fact that they are secured? No, because they are using it. If they are not updating the Safari, if they are not able to take care of the security, again there is a threat. So there was a new tool which had come out, and you can unlock any iPhone. Again, that was a threat for everyone. So 1.2 trillion from the Indians in 2019. Cyber criminals stole so much of the data. Oh my God. So don't you feel that is a threat? Yes. So even after giving so much of security, the hackers are going on increasing and updating their skills more than what we do, isn't it? So this is what worries us when you talk about, so much of data has been stolen, and the company's credibility also goes down when you talk about the frauds which are happening all over globally. Now, since you might be aware of that the cloud security is booming up. Why? Because everybody mostly they are going on cloud. So they are using Office 365, they are using all the cloud platform, they are trying to go on because that's an ease of use also. So again, when you're using cloud, are we secured? So that is the first question come in our mind as well as the organization mind. So organization is also reluctant, many times to go on the cloud, but then the feasibility and ease of use and many plus points, advantages are there. So that is the reason why the companies are shifting on the clouds also. So that's an upcoming one. You can say that, everybody requires the cloud as in technology, and at the same time, we have to be prepare ourselves for the security which we have to give on the cloud security. Cloud data. So you can see the Cognizant also faced a lot of problem with the ransomware attack. So ransomware attack, mainly what the hacker or the hacker group they do is they try to encrypt all the data on the computer. Now, whatever data you have is been encrypted, and then they ask for the ransom, they ask for the bitcoins, they ask for the money, that you give us this money and we give you the unlock. To unlock, we will give you the key. So again, this is going on increasing. Not only ransomware attack, and other attacks are also coming up, where you cannot do anything. Your full data is shut. Otherwise, you have to pay for the taking the key from them. So this is again a pain area, which is everybody today they are facing. Then ransomware attack, once it comes, means it spoils everything. Whatever in the network, you switch on the computer and the ransomware attack is going on replicating also. So again, there is a problem because your data is lost, and if you are not keeping your backup up to date, or you're not having anything, in the backup, so then you cannot restore the data. It is a great loss for the company. So as you know that 50 government website was hacked, 8 data breaches in 2022. Again, the hackers are going on stealing the data. Hackers are going on attacking the websites and spoiling, the India's NIC. And that is the reason why everybody has to get alert on this, that your data is safe and secured in secure hands. And that's the reason why cyber security is growing up more. So I can, there is a lot of list I can share with you, with lots of news, which is coming up. When you talk about the mobile, you talk about Android or Apple, right? So cyber attack is fearing everybody today. When you work from home, at the same time, you are not securing your router, you're not securing your devices, you're not securing and updating and patching about the operating system. So these are the few news which, normally in the COVID time, many have taken hackers have taken the advantage, I can say, and the hackers groups are continuously trying to hack and steal the data. This is, again, you might be aware of, on 16th, it happened, like, Russian hackers targeted the Indian Health Ministry website and try to, steal the whole data. So what was the objective of the hacker? To take all the information which was there in the hospitals, about the staff, patients, and mainly whenever we go, we register ourselves in the health industry, nobody take care of security. So again, this is the major breach which happened, and we have to be alert to give the security everywhere. So the motive behind this hack was, stealing all the data, because the hacker group Phoenix was very angry due to the sanction imposed by the G20 countries against Russia. So again, because of that, they did it. So there has to be, some motive behind the attack. So there are two motives basically. One is the hacker wants to bring the system down. They don't want anything, but what they want is that the system should be down, and they want to spoil everything, right? And the second option, when they see, is the hackers have the intention of stealing some data. So this two type of hackers are always there. One is a destructive mind. They just want to spoil the data, servers and everything. And the second group is they want to steal something, they want to gain something, they want to have some hack value out of it. So this two types you will always find. So you will have to like check what is the motive of the hacker, what they exactly want, what they are thinking of. If suppose they are doing a ransomware attack, that means they want something from the company, right? And if they are just doing a denial of service DOS attack or a distributed DOS attack, that means they just want to spoil everything. They don't want anything, but they want to spoil. So all depends upon their mind, what is their group thinking, what they want and what they are doing. So this is what we have to analyze also later. So again, a digital payments firm, you might be aware of, this thing also happened recently in the March 16. So everywhere you will find that, you are stealing the data. Basically, the stealing of data is a huge numbers. So here I can show you, like, if you see on the Google, I don't know whether you might be aware or not, but you have n number of websites which will show you live attack happening. Now, these are the few which I have listed here. So I can just go to the site. unavailable. Okay. So basically you just type live attack map and you will be able to get a lot of sites. So you have Checkpoint, Redware, FireEye. Here. So you can see a live cyber threat map is here. You can go to your mobile as well as you can see on your computer. You can go and browse. Just give live attack map and you will be able to see all the map from where you can find out that, you know, globally everybody is busy in attacking. You can see on the left hand side, all the attacks are happening here. You can see here, you know, the top targeted countries are also mentioned. Top targeted industries are mentioned, and the color specify what exactly they are doing. The red mark means the malware, phishing, and the yellow one is exploit. So this is what is a continuous attacks which are happening, and not only one website, you know, many websites you will be able to see this particular attacks. So this gives the statistics basically that how many attacks are happening continuously every day to day and what they are doing. So you can go in deep later. So I just wanted to show you that, you know, everybody is busy in attacking basically, and we are trying to educate ourselves and we are trying to learn here something more, but all are busy. So this is what is a live attack. So there are other websites also which you will find on the Google. So please go and check it out. So I just wanted to show you that, you know, everybody, how the hackers are busy in attacking other countries and stealing the information, and why it is necessary to protect from cyber threats. Of course, it is necessary because we have to safeguard our data, and data and information is very important for us. So today we are living in the world of cyber warfare, where we have to protect our mobile, tab, and PCs, and whatever information is stored about the national security secrets. So all these things we have to protect on the personal level as well as on the government information, at the same time the organization information. So what we are losing here, we are losing money, we are losing reputation, we are, you know, somebody is trying to blackmail us by doing the ransomware attack. Cyberbullying is going on increasing in the teenagers, and they are, you know, led to the suicide, which is again a major issues and a major problems. Then the loss of data, which we cannot accept that, right? So the device is becoming more vulnerable. So how do we secure ourselves? Vulnerable means like a flaw, a weak point, a weakness inside the server or any device, whichever we are using in an organization, in the network. So if working in an organization, you might be the source of cyber attack, which is DOS attack also. So there are many other types of attacks other than the DOS attack as well. DOS is nothing but the denial of service attack, where we are pinging continuously and trying to bring that particular system down. And this, again, a peace of mind is lost, you know, when something happens like this. So if devices or applications are vulnerable, then what is the solution? Employ cybersecurity professionals. This is what the organizations are doing, isn't it? Why? Why they want cybersecurity professionals? We have already understood that, because they need to understand the hacker methodology also. That is the reason why they hire ethical hackers. As the hacker is thinking that if I get inside the infrastructure, how can I steal the data? This is what you have to keep in mind, that you are a hacker and you are trying to get inside the organization devices or inside the servers, you are hacking inside the system, but ethically. Ethically means you are taking the permission of the company officially and then doing it. This is very, very important to understand. You can't go to the Google and try searching any of the company and try doing and hacking stuffs. No. Officially, you need to either do the bug bounty, that is, you need to register with HackerOne, and then you can touch that particular website because officially you are registered user. Or else, if the company hire you for ethical hacking, for doing a VAPT, we call it vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, means identifying the vulnerability and then after that trying to exploit like a hacker is called the penetration tester. So if the company is hiring you and then giving you that job, that becomes official, and then only you can perform all the attacks like a hacker. Okay. So they know how data breach occurs to prevent the losses. So here comes our famous certification. I can say this is a #1 certification today globally in the world. CEH version 12, the latest version from EC Council, Certified Ethical Hacker. So we are not just teaching you ethical hacking, we are building you the cyber careers. This is what, it's an entry point inside the company. You should be certified and then only you can perform any task inside the company. So this is what is very important to understand, that what are the things which are covered in version 12. A list of modules where we teach you what are the 5 phases the hacker is trying to get inside the infrastructure. The 5 phases are footprinting, that is reconnaissance, and then the scanning, you are identifying the vulnerability by doing the scanning, and trying to identify the operating system, trying to identify the network diagram, trying to identify how many open ports are there. And then you are trying to go to the third step, which is gaining access. So once you gain the access, you are escalating the privilege, you becomes the admin, and then you are trying to maintain the access. That means you are trying to throw Trojan or virus or malware and trying to steal all the data and upload any malware there. Then at the end, you cover your track. So these 5 phases are covered in all these modules, are the part of that 5 phases. Okay. So this anybody can do, any person who is a fresher, who is a graduate, who wants to, who is looking to get into the cyber security, and anyone who is working professional who want to shift in cyber security. So anybody can do it, but you should have a passion and the interest in this particular stream. Prerequisite is a networking knowledge. So everybody, when they come to me, they say, ma'am, we have heard that you require programming knowledge. So I always say, initially, you don't require programming knowledge, but yes, you require a networking knowledge. Because until unless you understand how the attacks are happening, how the packets are moving, what is an IP address, which device is your target, you will not be able to understand how do you go ahead with the hacking. Yes, programming is required. It's not. If you are developing a new exploit, or if you are going ahead after the web application for the secure code review, then the programming language is, added advantage plus. But to learn CEH, you will not require that much of programming languages. More is the networking knowledge which you require. So if you have done, the basic of networking, or if you have done the CCNA or any of the basic course of networking, then you can go ahead with the CEH. So as you can see, it's a 5 days class, 10 to 6, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it depends. So the trained cyber security personnel knows the following. What all things you learn in this particular subject is network scanning techniques, system hacking, password cracking. How do you have the malware attacks happen inside the target machine? Then your packet sniffing techniques, DOS attack, SQL injection, wireless hacking, mobile hacking. How do you bypass the firewall, IDS, how do you use the IDS, and basically very important is a VA. So various types of pen testing, security audits, vulnerability assessment is to be performed. So why we do this VA? As I mentioned, VA is nothing but vulnerability assessment. So why we are doing this? To identify the flaw, the weakness, the loopholes inside the target organization network. It can be anything. It can be router, switches, IDS, IPS, or any of the servers which you are using, maybe a www web server, email server, or FTP server. So to understand all these things, basic requirement is, again, as I mentioned, is a networking. If you don't understand where the web server is kept and what is the IS service which we are using, or an Apache server which we are using, then it becomes difficult for you to understand how will you attack. So all these things are mandate before going ahead with the CEH. Are there jobs? Yes, plenty of them today. Every organization needs them because there is a compliance, because the cyber security policy also says that you need to hire all the ethical hackers to identify the vulnerability assessment, penetration testing. Also, they need you to go ahead with a secure code review, that when you are doing a programming or when you are developer and you are making some package, then are we secured from the hackers is very important to check. So there are roles comes into picture. And also the web application, mobile application, so any APK, anything we install on the mobile, are we secured? So this all things are very important to understand. So here when you talk about the jobs, a lot of jobs are available. As recently you might have seen, Prime Minister Modi also mentioned that cyber security is very important for our organization and we have to cope up with it because it's a digital world. At the same time, he mentioned that the 5 lakh hackers, 5 lakh ethical hackers are required to protect the organizations, and we are able to produce only 50 to 60,000 ethical hackers in a year. So huge gap. So this is what we need to bridge. We need to bridge this skill gap, which is there right now everywhere. As thousands of companies are looking into cybersecurity professionals, the gap is huge, which we need to work on. So I, say everybody, each individual should be responsible if suppose the cyber attack happens and we are not prepared. So we have to prepare ourselves for defensive the cyber attacks. So defensive is equally important. So why we are learning offensive is to identify the issues, the gaps. But at the end, we are more bothered about the defensive only. So when we talk about vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, the solution, the client want the solution. So client want the mitigation out of it. Why? Because they want to defend, they want to safeguard their information. So cybersecurity professionals is in a big demand. Over 67,000 job openings are there. And all the big companies like KPMG, EY, PwC, big four companies and Amazon. And I'm very proud to say mostly the listed here, all these companies are having our students placed and they are doing very well, including Google also. Okay. So it's going on increasing, the professionals are required. So now it comes like not only CEH. So what exact, so you can see the huge list of the companies I have mentioned here, and this is very few of them. Mostly all the companies they require because the compliance requirement is there. compliance and process, so how do we understand what are the levels of security? This I myself I have drawn, so the art is not so good. But the first step in the organization when you talk about security is IT infrastructure. So when we talk about IT infrastructure means we should understand the diagram, the topology, and where we have kept our web server. So have we given the DMZ or not, dematerialized zone or not? Have we defined that isolated network or not to protect ourselves? So this is what is a topology, the diagram, the mapping, which we need to understand in IT infra. What is a router, what does the switch work, and how do we understand how many types of firewalls are there, or IDS, IPS, all these terms should not be new for you when you come for the ethical hacking class. So you have to first educate yourself in the IT infra, and then in the companies they require the network security. So when you talk about network security role, what is the role of that network security person is that they need to do the configuration audit. Now what is this configuration audit? Configuration audit means any server or any device you are having in the infrastructure, have we given the base policies or not? So base policies are equally important. What is base policy? Base policies are the set of policies which we have to set for every device to secure it. So there may be a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. There are 4 points which needs to secure the Wi-Fi router. Now, for example, when you say Wi-Fi router, you need to secure it, means the firmware should be there. Then you should have your DHCP IPs should be limited. You should have a good encryption. So I'm just giving you an example. So this kind of the policies are implemented in all the devices as well as on the server. So you have to check, that is called hardware hardening, and the software hardening means you are trying to patch the operating system regularly, at the same time updating the antivirus. So that becomes your software hardening. Okay. So this is very important to understand that inside the company, it's not only one role. It's not like VAPT is only there, vulnerability assessment, penetration testing. No. Now, defensive is important. Please understand this, because many of them, they lack in this particular area. They think only bug bounty and VAPT is available, and that is what is our future in cyber security. Cyber security is huge. In an industry, when you talk about cyber security, many things comes into picture, which I'll discuss now. So after having your hardware hardening done, software hardening done, again, you have a very important department which is called SOC, Security Operations Center. So when you talk about Security Operations Center, what is the role of this particular department? They identify, so they have one SIM tool, an event management tool. Many tools are available in the market, including Splunk, and then QRadar and ArcSight. There are few names which I'm talking, maybe new for you all. But the objective of this SIM tool is that it integrate all the devices, whatever is there in our infrastructure, and try to monitor them, that whether they are safe or not. So this tool will give you the alerts if somebody is trying to hack inside the organization on these devices. So this is what is a very important nowadays. MSME and other small organizations are also become compulsory that they have to keep the logs for 6 months, and they have to go ahead with the SOC department. So again, it is coming up because it has become mandate for everyone to implement SOC and protect their organization data. Now, in spite of giving this 24/7 log monitoring tool and protecting the organization, there may be more vulnerability in the devices. So to check that, the company hire ethical hackers and then ask them to check everything. That is a VAPT, vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, okay, which I've already explained you. Now, if you see there are few products which I have mentioned here, which I will tell you later. So after this, what? So here the technical, security has been given. We have identified, we have given the solution. Everything is patched. The company is very happy with whatever the service you have given to the company. And later on, you have ISMS policies. So this management information management policies is for the security, means it is connected to the technical whatever we are doing in the organization. A very simple example I'll give you, that if 3 times you enter the password on the computer will get locked, right? So this is a small example which I'm giving. Like this in the companies, if remotely somebody is using the computer, he's allowed to use that computer from outside or not. So again, all these things are mentioned in the policies. And this policies is made for securing your information, especially for the security purpose. Now, to audit that policy, you have a process. Now, when you say the process, means you have a lot of compliance today, PCI DSS, Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. And you also have an ISO, which is 27001. Now, this is the old one. New one is 2022 lead auditor. Now, again, everything is proper or not. These policies are properly implemented in an organization or not. You have a process. You have the payment card industry data security standard, the process where you are using all the transactions. You are doing all the transactions happening, with the cards and maybe the gateway. Nowadays, everybody, even rickshawala, they always say me that, ma'am, you should have the GPay. Like all the gateways, cash free, GPay, and you are using Beam, a lot of gateways also you are using. But are we secured? So that is again, if the PCI DSS compliance is there, then yes, we are secured. So we are checking each and everything there, each and every policies, that whether the organization has maintained that or not. Okay, and many other processes are also there, SOX, HIPAA, and also slowly you will learn about everything once you come in cyber security. Then you have the management. So management are the CISO, CTO, on the top level, who are managing everything from start to end. So they are quite highly knowledgeable to understand and make the policies and make sure that our organization is secured. Now, when you talk about these products, I will tell you about this also. So CND is basically the network defense. So computer network defense, where you are giving all the defensive measures in all the aspects. And you are hardware hardening, software hardening, then you have SOC, then you have incidents handling process, which is again another department which the company is having to handle the incidents. Then you have BCP, business continuity planning, that if suppose one firewall fails, then how can you start another route to the another firewall and go ahead. So many things are there. Risk management is there. Then you are keeping the disaster recovery. So you're keeping a backup properly or not. So all these things are coming in the CND, Certified Network Defender, where you have all whole knowledge. Then you have CTIA, that is a certified threat intelligence analyst. Now, this is more on the research area, where you are having the proactive measures. Like before the malware come inside the organization, you are doing more research, taking out the history, what attack has happened. You will gather all the information from everywhere, from the community also. And then you are trying to give the measures, proactive measures to the company before the attack happens, before that malware comes inside the organization. Okay. And also, if you elaborate little bit of more in the CTIA, it is mostly a pyramid where the malware is a 0-day attack. For example, it is unknown and unknown. That means that you don't know that virus, and also you don't know that how do you mitigate that virus. Okay, that is an attack, right? So 0-day attack, you cannot predict anything. You don't know what is going to happen. So when you try to figure out that this is the 0-day attack, then you need to understand that what is that attack all about. You need to analyze it, and then after analyzation you create the report also, so that when the signature is prepared, you will mitigate it. Next time the attack won't happen, right? So unknown means you are not able to understand what is it, and you don't have that solution also. After some time you understand that particular attack, so it is known and unknown. Again, you know that particular thing, but you don't know the solution. Then you have known and known. That means now you know the attack as well as you know the solution. So this is the way CTIA basically work. Then you have CSA, that is a SOC analyst. SOC analyst is mostly directly connected to the SOC. And there is a SIM tool inside, which is called the Splunk and OSIM. There are the two tools which are given inside. So this is a deep knowledge about SOC, and the main requirement inside the company is basically SOC. Even after doing CEH, they will put you in the SOC as a starting phase. So you need to understand that tool, because that tool is not covered in CEH. So there is another product itself where the SOC is there. Okay. So I hope the things are getting clear, and little complicated for you maybe, because first time you might be hearing so many things, and you might have thought that it is very easy, only CEH is there in security, but no, there is a lot of things to learn inside the security deeply. So where is the kickstart? So this is something new which has come out from EC Council, is called CCT. Kickstart your career in cyber security. You need to learn the defense, you need to learn the ethical hacking, you need to learn the digital forensic, you need to learn the security operations. So I have already explained you what all things are covered in defense, what all things are in the ethical hacking. So this is a mixture of all the introduction. At the first stage, it becomes very difficult for you to go in deep. So first you can start with CCT, and then you can go ahead with the CEH. So this will be the correct path to start and create your base. So once you create your base, then you can go ahead with the CND, which will give you more power to understand the skill sets. Then you can go ahead with any specialization of anything, whatever you want to learn. So there are many products as such, but I don't want to confuse you. So just wanted to give you the clarity. CEH, CND, I've already told you about this. CHFI is for the forensic investigation. ECIH, again, handling the incidents. Threat intelligence is again, trying to identify the malware properly, doing a more research. Now, this is an upcoming one. A lot of demands coming up with the threat intelligence also. And .NET and .java is again the application security and the secure code review, as well as understanding all the web attacks. As I told you, CSA, you have the SOC analyst program where we are training you to how to create the use cases, how do you use the whole tool, how do you create the rules, and lot of other things there inside this, going in deep knowledge about only the SIM tool, that is a SOC, which is again a mandate today in all the companies. So after learning all these things, now what is the advantage? Where you will be able to get placed? It is a huge scale, huge market. If you talk about the pay scale, I cannot myself believe it. The 2 years experienced person is also having an 18 lakh package. And I myself, I go on hunting, if some requirement comes that how can I fit in this particular scale which the organization is demanding. Now, this is what is the fact. Starting with this particular few list of our students who have already, now this is a very few list, 10,000 plus students in information security has been placed now. So you can see they have already joined, and their designation, this is a little old one, their designation might have also being a very good. And Amit Hale, Cyril James, now he is in Australia, Cyril is in Australia. Ninath Pandit has become the vice president now for SDFC. And they are going on progressing. So they all have been placed by us. Few ladies, initially there was no ladies who used to come, no girls who used to come in this line, but now the data has been increased. I'm very proud of that. So this is what, now what are the job roles? I've already told you about this. Network security, you can go in VAPT line, you can opt for the SOC, which is a Security Operations Center department. You can opt for audits, but audits at the early stage, it is difficult, but yes, in operations, you can get it. So this is what is an industry is talking all about, and the best to start kickstart is the CCT, and then you do CEH, and then you go further with any of the program. So later on also you can be in touch with me, and you can ping me, you can take my counseling session separately, so not an issue. And now over to you, Nikhil.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
This is Shivangi Srivastav, and I'll be asking all the queries that have been uploaded on YouTube.
Yes, please.
So the first query was, what parameters should be used once you've been attacked?
Oh, technical queries you are saying, then I thought it's
Yes, ma'am.
career guidance.
Ma'am, it's a mixture of both.
Yeah, okay. So the parameters is that you need to have the host security, application security, very well done, and the operating system security.
All right. The next question is, how can one build a career in cyber, especially for the ones who are not currently in the field, as to how they can get started and what resources should they first go to?
They can go ahead with the networking knowledge prerequisite, which I already mentioned, and then they can go with the CCT program where they understand everything. They can make a note of it, CCT, and then they can go for CEH. CCT and CEH should be the start, so that their base is built up, they understand everything, and then they can go ahead with the ethical hacking program.
All right, the next question related to this similar question is that what is the qualification required for this job?
Minimum graduation.
All right. And the next question is, can a 12th pass person get this course or the job?
Sorry?
Can a 12th pass person get this course or job?
No, I will not advise, because there are few diploma holders which has been observed by the organization, but still I will not advise at all, because until unless you are a graduate, this is a main base criteria in all the companies. They require minimum graduate.
Right. The next question is, when will you start your internship program?
Start an internship program.
Yes, ma'am.
Means the series which I'm doing right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so this will be every Saturday. 9:30.
Wonderful.
Stay tuned.
Definitely. The next question is, do you also help in getting placed? Like,
Yes.
will you give the guidance on how to apply and where to apply and what to apply to?
Of course, we have our site, which is quickitjobs.com. So if I go here, I can just show you also. So it's already up, so not to worry about the placement.
Wonderful. The next question is, what do you recommend should be the first certification when a person gets into the field of cybersecurity?
What? Please come again.
What should be the first certification a person should complete to get into the field of cybersecurity?
CCNA, I prefer CCNA knowledge should be there. Not the certification is not required for us. And then you can go ahead with the CCT and then CEH.
The next question is that if anyone wants to join your 3-day training, what should be done?
I think that you can, ping to Nikhil sir, and he will be the best person to,
So I recommend everyone
route me.
to connect with ma'am on LinkedIn and on other social media channels. And she has her own center in Thane.
here in Maharashtra, and everybody can visit with prior appointment and go for more details about the certifications which is provided by the ma'am. And talking about the training and internship program, we are starting a new batch very soon. Forms will be rolled out on Telegram and LinkedIn page of Cybersecure India. So we'll take it ahead from there. But anything about these certifications which ma'am has explained very wonderfully, neatly, step-by-step guide, literally how you can build up your career in cybersecurity. And if you have any more questions on that, or if you want to do that certifications, ma'am, you can connect with ma'am over all the social channels and do visit her center, which is at Thane, with prior appointment.
Quest Institute of Knowledge, quickknowledge.net is our website.
Shivangi, meanwhile, can you post the feedback form into?
Yes, sir, already did.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yes, ma'am. Could you please share LinkedIn profile so that everyone who's sitting in this session can connect with you on LinkedIn?
LinkedIn profile.
Since there are no more queries, thank you so much, ma'am, for holding this session. It was extremely informative, and I'm sure that you guided everyone. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here.
Thank you very much for giving
Thank
the
you. Thank
opportunity.
you very much, ma'am, for joining and guiding all our audience, wonderful audience. Thank you, Shivangi, for staying here and helping us to host the session. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure, sir, and it was a pleasure meeting you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, CSI also. Thank you. So this is my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You
Alright.
can get
Thank you, ma'am.
connected here from
Please
here.
post the same into the YouTube chat, please. Shivangi.
Yes, sir. So just a minute. I'll just do that.
That's okay. Everyone, please fill the feedback form so that we get feedbacks from you. And for the next.
I hope everybody was benefited out of it, and there is no confusion now that programming is required to do this course. It's a basic networking, and be sure that you have a networking knowledge before proceeding further for any of the certification, EC Council certification. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And for everyone who's joined us, have a great day. Please connect with ma'am, and for more informative sessions, please join us for the next session.
Yes. Every Saturday, stay tuned. 9:30. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Have a great day, ma'am. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you. Bye.